Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to the very first video in the new studio. So I rented out a little bit of space. I was getting a lot of feedback that the kids across the street were getting annoying and I needed to be able to control some of the circumstances. And so I rented out a small studio space. I could do my podcast here, videos, it's gonna be great. And so this is the very first video that I'm doing in this. Sorry if it's echoing a little bit. I don't have much stuff in here other than the stuff behind me. Anyway, in this video, what I wanna do is, this is a very highly requested video by you, the listener, and it's kind of a battle of the ceramic coatings. And so what we're going to be doing is messing with some of these products behind me, and I'm going to go through them one by one. Then I bought a tailgate from a truck, so it's going to give me enough room to do a slew of these products. So let me go through one by one and show you exactly what products I'm going to put on the tailgate. So first up, we have the Adams ceramic spray. Now this was the bottle that I did a video on a little while back. This bottle right here, and then they sent me out a new bottle. In fact, they sent me out a bunch of their ceramic line stuff. So but anyway, this is the exact same stuff. They just did a little bit better of a job on the rebrand. This is the Adams ceramic spray coating, the 9H as they claim. This bottle, or these bottles right here, of course, are going to set you back about $40 on the 8-ounce version. On the 16-ounce version, it's going to set you back double that, so that's $80. We have the worn out bottle of the Meguiars hybrid ceramic wax. This bottle is going to set you back about $14. And of course, I will have everything linked below. Next up, I did one video on the Mother's ceramic spray coating, their TiO2 and SiO2. They call it their CMX. This bottle is going to set you again back about $15. And then just for fun, we have the Turtle Wax Ice Spray Wax, which of course is not a ceramic wax, or at least doesn't claim to. It's just had superior durability throughout all these tests. A bottle of the Turtle Wax Ice Spray Wax, of course, is only going to set you back about $5 on Amazon. I will make sure to have everything linked below. Of course, we have the latest and greatest from Chemical Guys, the hydrocharged ceramic spray coating. So let's put them all on the panel. We're going to let them cure for a full 24 hours, in fact a little bit over 24 hours, and then we're going to take them all through the torture test. So let's get into that now. All right, here we go with the torture test, and sorry about the echo. I'm working on it, trying to figure out a couple different things. I put a different windscreen on the mic to try to help, but not sure if it's gonna help. So here we go. Meguiars, Mother CMX, our control section, Chemical Guys, Turtle Wax, and then Adams. Biggest panel I've ever tried to do before. Let's see how this goes. All right, so our control section right there in the middle, you can see kind of sheeting water, and I'm really hoping between the gray, let's see if I do that because there's nothing over here. So between the silver of the paint, I'm hoping it kind of works. So our control section, good. Everything seems to be beading water except for the Chemical Guys. So the Chemical Guys one is sheeting water. See how fast it's sheeting water, which everything else is actually beading water, and what it looks like is everything is pretty much the same. So this is where sheeting water becomes very interesting. So our control section is as well sheeting water, but look at on the Chemical Guys how much less water there is in the section than every other side. That's pretty crazy to me. So again, kind of an interesting thing when we talk about this battle of sheeting water versus beading water. Which one's better? Like when you go to dry, you just want less water on the surface, right? That's just kind of the name of the game. So, as far as slickness is concerned, I think that the Turtle Wax actually held to be the slickest. And again, some of you may say, well, that's not fair. Turtle Wax is just a spray wax. It's not really comparable to all these ceramic spray coatings. Relax. All right, just relax. So, okay, so there's that. The first order up, I'm kind of running out of this stuff, but it's easy to get for me, is the Eagle One Black and Plasti. So, if I can get my sprayer to work, let's spray it across all these and see how it affects it. This panel, of course, was prepped accordingly. Oh man, the spray's coming right back in my face. Let's go that way. I'm still at the studio trying to figure out the wind patterns and all that. So the Black and Plasti iron remover, of course, did a video on this product that it held up. Very similar to Iron X. In fact, you can actually make a pretty solid argument that it did better than Iron X. So, all right, rub that in. Let me get this hose turned back on, get my wet towel. Let's see how it's gonna do here. What's nice about the studio over here is that there's no noise, no kids noise, but there's car noise. It's also right by a tow yard. So, okay, we've pretty much seen them all non-affected. Let me get a wet towel. Nope, sorry about that. So pretty much all of them are still beating as they were through that, which is normal, which is very normal. The Chemical Guys is still sheeting water and still has less water on the surface. Now, did I mention that these cured for about 2.5 days? About a 2.5 day cure time, because life got in the way. Sorry about that, kicking the camera. Here we go. After the wet towel. There we go. They all look exactly the same. It is just crazy to me to see, and I'm glad we're doing this test. It's really crazy to me to see how much less water is on the Chemical Guys section. So though, yes, we're not getting those nice round beads, I think it's really cool to see them all laid out like this and to see how much less water is on the surface right there. That's really, really crazy to me. So, especially when you're talking about drying your car, and a lot of people will make the argument that during the drying process is when you have the most risk for scratching your car. If you have less water to dry off, you're gonna have, by nature, less risk of actually scratching your car, because you really don't have to dry. That, it seemed to me like right there, you can almost get away with just air drying the Chemical Guys side and kind of being done with it. So, all right, let's hope that I have enough Optimum Power Clean to make it through. I'm gonna do 2 sprays on every side, and I did have enough. So I'll do 2 sprays of the Optimum Power Clean and then rub it in. So pretty interesting, huh? Pretty interesting to see it in a test like this, where it was so noticeable that we had significantly less water on that section. So I'm sorry, my rack is hitting the camera. So, all right, Optimum Power Clean. Let's get that off with some water. See how we're looking. Man, I'm gonna have to figure something else out. I'm getting blasted with just everything. The water, the chemical. I'm gonna have to change up my ways here. All right, and everything took a real big beating on that one. So let's see where we stand. If you have, while we're here, if you have any suggestions of what videos or products you would like to see done in this manner, let me know. Let me know your thoughts. I have some videos with the wheel woolies coming up. I have some videos with clay bar ideas and a slew of other ones, so very cool. So if you look at that, they virtually all look identical now. And in fact, when I did it, they're all sheeting water. Now, granted, they all look to be sheeting water a little bit faster than the control section, but they all seem to be sheeting water nonetheless. We definitely don't see any of those round beads anymore. They're all holding, I would say that they're all holding up still, but they all look the same, but they're all sheeting water faster than the control section. So, but you can see now that they've gone to sheeting water and not beading water, they all have less water on the panel, which is gonna make my life a little bit easier in terms of drying. So we'll hit it one more time with a strong cleaner, and then I'm gonna leave this one up to the comment section, which is always a dangerous thing to do when we're talking in YouTube land, leaving the answer up to the comment section. But I think that's a fun thing to do, and I think when we look at the price points kind of spanned across this panel, everything from $5 to $80, I guess, very, very hard to tell which one is doing the best. So let's hit it with a little bit of super clean, and let's see if we get an answer out of this in any one direction. Of course, the $5 one is going to be the Turtle Wax Ice Spray Wax, which some may say doesn't fit in this test. But what I'm encouraging you guys to do is not believe everything that you see on the label, and actually do some research on these products. So, and actually I think a better buy than the Adams ceramic spray, the Adams 9H ceramic spray, I think a better buy is the ceramic waterless wash. I think if you're gonna go one way, you can get a half gallon for $40 instead of a 8-ounce bottle for $40. So I think if you're in the market and you hit this video because of the Adams ceramic spray, I would say save some coin and go for the Adams ceramic waterless wash and use that, because that product in a previous video held up extremely well. So let's get this residue off from here. Good thorough rinse. Let's hit it with the wet towel and see how we're doing here. So now you could see the sheeting of water has dramatically slowed down, but let's make sure we don't have any residue on it here. And that is great news. That is great news for the studio. I didn't think that, well, I'm not gonna say anything. There's a detailer washing cars in the parking lot. It's great news. Great news over here. All right, so this is gonna be the last go here. Let's see how we do. So I would say the Meguiars took the cake on sheeting the fastest, but they all virtually look the same. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'd love to leave this one up to YouTube. Interested to hear what you thought of this kind of coating royale, this multiple ceramic spray test. And I will say that I'm a huge fan of ceramic detail sprays, or ceramic sprays in general. It really is going to help, I think, usher in that, or bridge that gap rather, to the consumer, to really help with true ceramic coatings. Now, I know a test like this has been done by multiple people, so I appreciate you checking out this video. I hope that you will consider hitting that subscribe button. I hope you'll leave your comment below. Let me know, are you surprised that the turtle wax held up as long as it did? Was the sheeting of the water on the atoms better this time around? When their relabel happened, did they make any improvements to the product? It still smells the exact same. Were you impressed by the Meguiars? Were you not impressed by the Meguiars? How about the chemical guys? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And again, I hope you'll choose to hit that subscribe button and hit the bell so you can be first alerted of new videos just like this. And I love to hear your suggestions, so type those in the comments below as well if you have suggestions. I want to grow this wall, fill this wall back here, and fill this with product recommendations from you. So I love to have those, keep those coming, and I will catch you guys on the next episode. See ya.